Good morning, dear students. I, Professor Basavaraj Kuruche, welcome you all for today's lecture of business communication. In previous class, we have seen the 7 C's which are essential for communication. It may be oral communication or written communication. For any type of communication, these 7 C's are very important. That is completeness, the message should be complete, consciousness, consideration, clarity, concreteness, courtesy, and correctness. These 7 C's, if we follow, definitely our communication will be effective. Today, we shall see the type of written communications used for internal communication as well as external communication. In business, in what all ways the written communication is used? Either it may be for internal communication or for external communication. In business units or in businesses, we see that every now and then there will be a written communication to be done. What are those things and what are the things covered under external communication and internal communication under written communication? First, we shall see the types of written communications or communication used for external communication. External means outside the organization with clients, maybe with the suppliers, customers, distributors, or the stakeholders outside. With all these people, whatever communication is done, it comes under external communication. In that, first one is electronic mail. That is, we call it as email. Nowadays, those days have gone when everything used to be sent through letters or courier. Every letters or every messages used to be sent in that way. But now the electronic mail has taken the place of postal letters and all. These electronic mails, they are used by the organizations to communicate to the suppliers, to the purchasers, or to the clients, or to the shareholders, etc. etc. So, for so many reasons, we keep on sending emails. So, all those communications are done in a written format because we type the matter into our email and we send. There are certain email etiquettes that we need to remember, that there should be a subject, there should be a opening note, that is the statement to whom we are stating, then the opening of the letter, body of the letter, and closing of the letter, and lastly thanking. So these contents will come under emails, that is electronic mails. Then internet websites. Nowadays, wherever you see, for every company there will be a say website, and through these websites, whatever communication is to be done by the company, they do it on their website. So each and every company is trying to have a separate website for their company. So on these websites also, the written material will be uploaded and written communication will be done. After that, letters. Whatever we are communicating, or the letters, these letters, say it may be to the government, to the stakeholders, to the suppliers, or say to the concerned departments as well. So these letters also come under external communication in written communication. We send the letters, appointment letters or recruitment letters to the agencies, etc. etc. So at every now and then the letters are used in business communication. After that, proposals. Business proposals are to be prepared and submitted. To get loans, we have to submit to the bank. To get the governmental schemes, we have to submit it to the government. So all these things are to be done under the proposals, and these things are done in a written way. Then telegrams. Previously, more so telegrams were used, but nowadays, because of the email and other things, telegrams are not used that much. Then faxes. At some extent, faxes are used even today, wherein the written letter or document we put under the machine and send it to a specific number, and the same document will be printed there. So that facilities were used for faxes. Then postcards. The postcards are also in a written format, wherein the company writes the postcards and send to the shareholders and other people. Say maybe it may be a notice, it may be a advertisement, or it may be some sort of message which a company can send to the for the external communication. Then contracts. These contracts are completely in, say, written format only. Companies while entering into any contract, those contracts will be written, or they will be in a written format, and the signing of contract happens. So these contracts will be also in a written way only. In this contract, the terms and conditions with the parties' details, both the parties, or if two or more parties are there, their addresses, their details, then the purpose of the contract, terms and conditions of the contract, duration of the contract, etc., etc., all those details will be written, and say the documents will be exchanged after signing. So these contracts will be in the form of written communication. After that, the advertisements. All the advertisements are firstly prepared by a advertisement copy. So this advertisement copy also comes under, say, written communication. The words, the design and other things are planned in such a way that they try to set them in a proper way. So all these ads and other things, advertisements, come under written communication. After that, the brochures. The brochures are prepared for the products, for advertisement, or for selling. Sometimes, if the company is, say, public company, while, say, issuing of shares, at that time also the brochures are to be prepared. So all these documents are in written format itself. And while writing these documents, when we are communicating it to the external area or external environment, at that point of time we should be very careful. We should cover the necessary things and try to convey the message in a proper way. So these things are with types of written communications used for external communication. Now we shall see the types of written communications used for internal communication. In internal communications, the first one is memo. These memos are used to give to the employees if they are not on time, if they are not punctual, if they are not doing their duties on a time, or if they are, say, misbehaving, or they are not abiding the rules and regulations of the company. At that point of time, to the employees, the memo will be given. So these memos will be in the form of written format. In these memos, the details will be given, why it has been issued to that person, and why so and so person has behaved in such a way, or has broken the rules, or why he is not abiding by the rules and regulations of the organization. All those things will be asked to him, and within the stipulated period, if he doesn't answer the things, he will be fired out. He or she will be. So these kind of memos will be given in the written format itself. Then next, reports. For every work, a report is being prepared so that it can be presented or it can be submitted to the seniors or say top management. So these reports are prepared in the proper format or in a written format itself, and these reports, they give a clear cut idea about what work has been happened and the pending work and the cost involved in that work, etc., etc. So all the detailed report has to be submitted to the top management, and these reports are, say, prepared with the in written format itself. After that, there will be bulletins. Sometimes news bulletins will be there, or some bulletin papers would be there of that organization, wherein the progress of that organization, what new plans they have, what innovations they have done, what social contributions they have done, all those things will be covered under the bulletins. Then job descriptions. When we are appointing some new staff in the organization, to those new staff as well, the memos or sorry job description need to be given. What are their duties, what are their rights, what all things they are supposed to do, the conditions, what the terms and conditions, what they have to abide, all the detailed job description will be given, and this document will be in written format itself. Then employees manuals. Here the employees manuals will be there, wherein the rules and regulations, timing, schedule, roles, responsibilities, all the detailed things will be there in the employee manual of the organization. In this manual, all every possible detailed document will be there related to their leaves, their terms and conditions, their CLs, their medical leaves, weekly offs, all the details will be there in this employee manuals. After that, electronic mail. Within the organization also, many times the uh, electronic mails are used, and these electronic mails are used to convey the message from one department to another, or from one person to another, about the reports. It may be reports, or it may be in terms of their progress work, or the proposals, or the business plans or innovations, etc., etc. So these are the things which we use within the organization as a internal communication in written communication. So these are the things what comes under written communication. Apart from these, there are few more things, but basically these things we should know. That's why I have taken these many things. If you have any doubts, questions, queries, you all can feel free to contact me. We shall stop here. Thank you. Good day.